Plaintiff Brittany Baker says the defendant is solely responsible for the death of her 15-year-old cat, whom Brittany had since she was in the 5th grade. Brittany says after the defendant found her ailing cat, Brittany never saw her beloved pet again, so she's suing. Defendant Tiffany Whitehead says when she found Brittany's cat, she was extremely ill and in poor condition. Tiffany tried to call the number on the cat's tag, but it was disconnected. So she called Animal Rescue to help, and she feels she did the best she could.
All right, we'll start with you.
Your Honor, we are here today because this woman that I didn't know prior to this incident is solely responsible for the death of my 15-year-old cat. Your Honor, this is a very hard case for me. It's been emotionally trying for both my son and I. I've had this cat since I was in 5th grade. I do have pictures here today from the year 2000. Also pictures that are recent with my son eating cereal with her. She was very old. 15 years old is a long time for a cat.
Yeah, it is.
And she was a huge part of our family. She's been with me through everything. And what she's done to me is taken a piece of my childhood and a piece of my heart. And it's so irreversible. I cannot fix this. There's nothing anybody can do to bring my cat back. So at the very least, all I was asking was for her to be sensitive to the fact. And instead, she was just rude and belligerent.
What did she do to your cat?
My cat was sick. My cat had an upper respiratory infection, and we tried really hard to get her treatment, but being she was so old, she was having a real hard time fighting it. So we started antibiotics, and I went to give her dosage and couldn't find her. Looked everywhere, asked neighbors, and I was starting to panic because, you know, it was important that she had her antibiotic. Essentially, through this whole thing, I'm looking for the cat everywhere. My son's really emotional because he can't find her, and you know, she graduated to my son. She liked sleeping with him since he was a baby, and they eat cereal together, and they were little buddies. It was just, this is a mess. I'm sorry, Your Honor. It's just hard to explain.
Take your time.
Sorry.
Did you want to speak while she gets herself together?
This is my best friend since we were kids. I've actually had the cat longer than I've known her.
Yeah, she's had the cat since I've known her, and okay. I'm even emotional.
State your name.
My name's Deanna Reinhardt.
You say you're pretty emotional about it also?
Oh, yeah.
You've known the cat, obviously, throughout the friendship. You ready?
A neighborhood girl, I have a witness from her saying that she confronted Whitehead and her child about when she found out that the cat was within their possession after her being lost. She was at the park and saw her daughter showing pictures of my cat to everybody at the park. And she'd come to me and said, "Hey, Brittany, I found your cat. I know who has her." And I told her that that was your cat and that she might want your cat back. And she said, "I know." The next morning, I was walking in the park and I saw Tiffany sitting on a bench, and I went up to her and I just said, "You know, do you have a phone number as to where you put her? I'm just desperate to find her because she's so old."
Is this the first time you spoke with her about it?
Yeah.
Did you ask her what she had been doing with your cat?
She said she had seen my cat and that she had called Critter Getter to come and pick her up.
She called Animal Rescue?
I'm not sure what Critter Getter is, but I'm assuming that that's what it is.
Did you ever find out what Critter Getter was?
I researched it online, and what they do is they pick up sick or hurt animals.
So you do know.
But I don't know how she got from there to the animal hospital.
Defendant Tiffany Whitehead is being sued by her neighbor, who claims Tiffany is solely responsible for her cat's death.
Let me hear from her.
Your Honor, I feel like she's an opportunist taking advantage of the death of her animal, unfortunately.
Tell me what happened. Don't categorize what the woman is.
That's not true, Your Honor.
What happened is my daughter's father was there dropping her off, and we were standing on the stairs.
Where?
At my apartment. I was standing on the stairs leading up to my apartment. We were having a discussion, and, you know, pardon the expression, they were not my words, but he said, "What is that?" "It looks like something that walked out of a pet cemetery," describing the condition of the cat. And I have a picture.
Your Honor, that's
irrelevant. Let's get to what else happened, ma'am. Now you want to talk about how nasty the cat looked, or whatever,
nasty.
Looked like animal, whatever. I know, that's what I'm telling you, ma'am. Why don't you stay away from all that? Go ahead.
Okay. My point is that
she's about to win an emotional distress claim right now. She's suing you for emotional distress.
My baby nasty, and that's, I mean, she was sick, and we were trying our hardest to
ma'am.
fight
Apologize
this.
to her.
And I have all of the information
here. She apologized. Go ahead, ma'am. So tell me what happened. You saw the cat.
I saw the cat, and what I saw was an animal that could barely walk. It could only take a step or two before having to lay down.
So then what?
Yes. I was afraid to touch the collar. I did see that it had a tag because it had mucus and saliva coming from her mouth. Her mouth could not close.
Good enough. We know that. Go ahead.
Okay. Her mouth couldn't close. She wasn't able to pull in her tongue, and the front of her was covered. She was also having a hard time breathing. So because I was afraid, I didn't know what the animal had. I picked up with oven mitts and I put her in a towel because there was kids, messing with her, and I was afraid it was going to hurt. They were going to give her a heart attack. I didn't know.
But Your Honor, of course she's going to have problems breathing.
Let her finish. Go ahead.
Anyway, the number on the tag, I tried calling it. It was disconnected. I also have proof of that.
You tried locating the owner. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
And you called the number that was on the cat tag, and it was disconnected.
That's proof of, yes. I called it first, and then
then what happened?
I called the next logical thing. I called the animal control, the Multnomah County Animal Services, the place the cat's licensed to.
And what happened from there?
They said it's after hours. It was around 5 o'clock, after 5:30, and they said it's after hours. We don't come out, but we do have a volunteer service, critter getters, and we'll send them out. They'll assess the situation and decide whether or not to take the animal to the hospital.
Then what?
When the man got there, he said that the cat was in severe condition. He didn't think it was going to make it, and so he took it to the emergency animal hospital. And from there, I feel in my heart I did the best thing I possibly could for that animal. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yes.
May I speak? Mm-hmm. If she really wanted to help, she could have told the truth.
Ma'am, she didn't have to do a thing.
Okay.
She didn't have to do one thing. She could have looked at your cat and turned the other way.
Okay, Your Honor.
Instead, she picked your cat up. She said she called the number. Was your number disconnected?
Yes, Your Honor, but these are the callers.
Hold on. Your number was disconnected?
Yes.
Ma'am? So how could she help you?
My apartment number is on her tag. She could have gone to the manager and asked the manager, because we are required to register our pets. Okay. The manager knew that I was looking, and I also have her Multnomah County license.
Okay.
And
I'm going to have to apologize to you, but she actually had no duty to do anything. She helped you. Ma'am, that's enough. She attempted to help you, and now you're suing her. She did everything.
She wasn't helping.
Yes, she did, ma'am. She called you, and your phone was disconnected. She called the animal control. They came and picked the cat up and tried to help your cat. Your case is dismissed. Have a good day, folks.
I am upset with you because I feel like you're pulling this whole I'm so caring card, when in actuality there was a number of things you could have done to contact me, and you took a piece of me that I cannot get back. And they're saying that you called me. My apartment number is on here. It's irresponsible, and there's no excuse. I don't give a what you know, and I don't want to hear anything you have to say.
Talk to me. You know what?
I won't.
I did everything I could. You are the one that let your cat out.
But
it's not my problem. I did what I could.
You were doing something wrong when you lied.
Absolutely not. To the bottom of my heart, I believe I did the right thing.